Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow morning, you pick up your phone, you walk outside, and something feels wrong. The streets don't make sense. The names of cities sound unfamiliar. The laws you know don't exist. You walk into a courtroom, but no one speaks your legal language. You try to sign a contract, but the very idea of a contract is different. Even the words you use every day don't mean what you thought they did. And then you realize something unsettling. It's not the world that has changed. It's you who has always been living inside something without even noticing it. Inside an invisible system. A system built over 2,000 years ago by a civilization that officially collapsed, but in reality, it never left. It's called the Roman Empire. And today, you're going to discover an uncomfortable truth. Modern Europe didn't come after Rome. Maybe it never left Rome. It all started with a city, Rome, a small settlement on the banks of the Tiber River. Nothing extraordinary, no clear sign that this place would one day give birth to a force capable of reshaping an entire continent. But Rome was different. Not just because of its army, not just because of its wealth, because of its way of thinking. The Romans didn't just conquer, they created order. Imagine the world before Rome. Every tribe with its own rules, every people with its own laws, every land isolated. And then Rome arrives and says, "We won't just defeat you, we'll turn you into part of a system." And from that moment, everything changes. Think about law. When was the last time you truly thought about it? Probably only when something went wrong. But here's the thing. The very idea of law is not natural. It's an invention. And that invention comes from Rome. Before that, rules were chaotic. Something could be right today and wrong tomorrow. It depended on power, status, or the mood of a ruler. Rome changed that. They introduced ideas we now take for granted. Property, contracts, citizenship, legal procedures. And most importantly, they made law universal. The same rules for everyone. Even today, when you sign a contract, you're thinking like a Roman. Then there are the roads. You've probably heard the phrase, "All roads lead to Rome." It's not just a saying, it's reality. The Romans built hundreds of thousands of kilometers of roads, but they weren't just roads, they were connections. Before that, the world was divided. Mountains, rivers, forests, barriers. Rome said, "We will connect it," and they did. Now a soldier could cross the continent, a merchant could trade across vast distances, ideas could travel. And here's the incredible part. Many modern European highways still follow those same routes. When you drive today, you're literally following the empire. Now look at cities. A central square, organized streets, public buildings. It all feels normal, but it's a model, a Roman model. Cities like London, Paris, Vienna all have roots connected to Roman planning or influence. Rome didn't just build cities, it created a blueprint, and that blueprint survived for thousands of years. Then there's language. Even if you've never studied Latin, you use it every day. French, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, all of them are born from Latin, and even English is deeply influenced by it. That means when Europeans speak different languages, they still partially understand each other because they share the same origin, Rome. Then came a turning point. One man changed everything. Constantine the Great. Instead of destroying a new religion, he accepted it. Christianity entered the empire and then became its foundation. The center of this new world became the Vatican. From that moment, religion was no longer just belief, it became structure, power, a system that shaped Europe as deeply as laws or armies. And then, the fall. The year 476. The fall of the Western Roman Empire. At least that's what we're told. But think about it. How can something truly fall when it already exists inside everything? The empire disappeared, but its ideas didn't. The laws remained, the cities remained, the roads remained, the language remained. And even Rome's enemies began to copy it. The so-called barbarians didn't destroy Rome. They continued it. Now look around you. Your passport, your rights, your city, your society. All of it is the legacy of one civilization. The Roman Empire didn't just influence Europe, it created it. And maybe the most important question isn't, when did Rome fall? But, did it ever really fall?